What's up, YouTube? Welcome to More Trades. Welcome to the channel. This is an update on Litecoin. We haven't done an update on Litecoin for quite a while. It's been a long time. To be frank, I haven't been watching much the charts on Litecoin. I've been watching the price. I know my levels, but as in monitoring the chart as much as I monitor Bitcoin and some other coins that I'm interested. Litecoin has been in a range. Basically, if you remember months back, I said if we get above the 85, we'll get to the 95, and we got to 95. I said we'll go to the 105 possibly. We got to that, and I updated you after that. But I mean, now what are we doing? Now let's look at Litecoin on the daily time frame. Slightly different than Bitcoin. I mean, we've been moving. Let's look for a better chart over here with more data possibly. Over here, our Litecoin low was down here in March 20. Wow, that's way back. I don't want to look. I want to be here. Sorry. Let's take the volume profile out. We just need to know that we are above the volume profile. Now let's go. Okay, this was my zone, and we broke out of the zone that I drew a long time ago. I can take that out now. My Wyckoff box. Now, looking at it like this, we had moved up in a 1, which looks like a bit like a diagonal, all the way up here. Came down in a 2, and our wave 3 ended possibly here. And then, say if we ended our wave 3 here at 92, okay? And 1, 2, the 1 was up, then apparently we hit an A, overshooting B, a C, that was a 2, then this would be our 3, 4, and 5. We could have ended the 5 here. This was our 5th wave. So essentially, what you'd like to see, the 3rd wave, let's say the 3rd wave started here to the peak, the 4th wave came all the way to 0.618. That doesn't look right. I don't like this movement. It doesn't make it clear for us. But if we take it from the bottom here to the top here, and this came down to the 0.618, so I can be satisfied as this being the 2, as an A, B, and a C. And if I say that is my 2, and I take that up here, up here, up here, I could say my wave 3 should come into the 1.618. If I say this was my wave 3, then that was the top of wave 3. So where was the beginning of wave 3? Wave 3 from here to there. My wave 4 essentially came to the 0.236. That was very shallow. So maybe now we are having a wave 4. There is a possibility that we are doing this. We're in an A, B overshooting, and a C coming down. Now the C of the wave 4 can be okay with the 0.236. It is fine. And if the wave 4 came to the 0.236, and we say that our wave 3 was here, it ended here, and our wave 4 came down here, essentially my 5th wave doesn't look complete. I have a problem with this chart. My 5th wave, I would prefer that my 5th wave comes all the way here to at least 1-to-1 extension, where it will be in red because it's resistance, and another target at the 1.618. But I took it from the length of wave 3. So actually the 0.618 is fine, and then followed by the 1-to-1. So 122 followed by 143. If we can still hold the 75 zone and not break below it. So hear me out. We are in a support zone probably, I'm not telling you to buy or sell. I'm just giving you a projection. What do I think and what do I see? I might be wrong. Elliott waves are tricky. I'm not an Elliottician. I know a thing or two about Elliott waves, and I try to use it to my advantage in my trading, to at least know the probability of where I am. Now, if my wave 5 finished over here, now let me take this out. If my wave 5 ended over here, then I essentially am in an A, possibly ended here, and a B, maybe ended here, and a C, and that would be a very small retracement. I believe we need to come a bit lower, at least to $82. We could come as low as $73. That would match with the retracement, 0.5 retracement for wave 4 measured from the wave 3. So this zone, $73 to $75 zone, is my level of interest, because now looking at it with volume, let's put in some volume. Volume has also been declining on the way down. It could be a corrective move. Let's look at the 4-hourly. Sure, we had a spike of volume today, definitely with this candle. Look at that spike in volume. That is impulsive. Does that mean this is a beginning of something, like this is a wave 3? Wave 3, the problem is with wave 3 and wave C, you can't really tell the difference. It's just how they come down. You can if you're an expert, but I mean with volume wise, wave C can also look impulsive and make you think, oh, this is a wave 3 in the beginning of something. If it is a wave 3 and we're saying this move up was an big ABC like Bitcoin, and it's over ABC and we're done, sorry, over here, A, B, and a C, overshooting C, and we're done, then we can say, okay, fine, ABC is over and we're coming down. How far can we go? I'll say, here you go. This is a fib retracement. We take it from the peak over here, take it to the bottom of that wave. We retraced 0.5. It's fine for a wave B and a wave 2. So if I say it's a wave 2, I want to look at a bearish narrative. And there you go. Your targets to the downside, your 1-to-1 is at 82, 1.618 at 73. That will be your target for a wave 3. Wherever you stop and start bouncing off, then you can measure your wave 4 and project your wave 5. So basically, if we can't maintain this at the moment we're holding, crypto is volatile, so it won't move so smoothly, accurately. Look, as long as we hold the 88.17, and I'll give you an exact figure over here, 88.16, look at this candle, we're fine as long as we're above it. But if we start breaking and opening candles below it, then you are in trouble. You didn't have a sell signal. Let's look at the 4-hourly. Your sell signal essentially came in this candle, and remember I said in the other video, when you get a sell signal, you might get a dumpy dump, a dump, a pump to stop you out, and then a continuation. So we may get that now. This is our signal. We might get a small dump, or maybe no dump, then a pump, then a continuation. I can't see that happen. I can't see that. What do I mean? It's like here also. Look at this in Litecoin. Here's our signal. We didn't get a dump. We got a pump, dump, pump, dump, and then you can see again it went on. I mean, we're in a corrective structure. If you look at it, we have a lot of chop over here. What if all of this is a correction? Our wave 3 ended over here. A, B, and a C. C had how many waves? We could say we had 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I mean it's hard to put it in, but you could say you had a 1, 2. This was a third wave to here, a 4 and a 5 in a, and then a B wave had an A, B, C. I mean you can try and fit it in. and then this is your C wave, or is it a WXY, or is it just a flat? There's so many variations, but all in all, EMAs are pointing down to keep it simple. They're slightly trying to curl up on the 1 hour. On the 15-minute, they already curled up. They haven't crossed back up. I did expect today the New York session to at least recover half of this red candle over here that we see. I would expect it to come to the $90 range. As I said in Bitcoin, I expect the same, but we're not getting that. But as long as we hold this level, we're all right. But once we start breaking down, then it won't be too pretty for Litecoin. We'll be coming to other targets, the 73 zone over here that I've had before. Above my targets are on the other charts. I'll show you. I have these zones of interest: 85, 95, 73.31, 85 and 95. These are my zones. You can't make it up. Look how we respected. We almost hit it. We came $3. We came to 85.29. My target's at 85, so 29 cents off isn't bad, and I've had this line for a long time. It's a zone of interest for Litecoin. However, now if we go to the 4-hourly and pull up, I bet you we're maybe in the value area low. Pull up a fixed range volume profile for this range. We broke in the value area low, so our value area low, which could be resistance at 91, which would recover about 50% of this candle. So if you take a fib retracement and try to find the 50% point of this candle all the way here, it will be at around 90.41. So that would be a halfway recovery. We can recover half and continue lower. It is possible. Relating it to the entire market, you can see DXY is going crazy. We're trying to pump up, break the 105 zone. We hit the head, we got the 105 exactly. You could see it on the high of this candle. It was 105. Again, an old target over here, hit. And seems we might be continuing higher. Let's look at the 15-minute. Let's put an indicator to see, and on another you have to go to capital.com. Yeah, it seems we might be in a breakout on the DXY. Maybe. Traditional markets are still green, but they might be pulling down soon if the DXY continues higher. My projection for Litecoin, I gave you my targets. No one can tell you for sure where is it going to. But my projection is that since we had this impulse, the higher probable trade is that possibly a retracement after this drop. How far do you want a wave 4 to retrace if it's going to be a wave 4? I need to go on higher time frame, see how many waves do we have here. If we just take this move down, essentially you just had one big strong candle down. You had a 1-2 very shallow retracement. I believe you could have at least you could come to the $90 range easy. 91.8 will be a good zone for me if I wanted to exploit a short. I might look at that zone. Now let me remove that, take these targets off, and see what do I have here. This didn't look, I mean it was a move down, but it didn't look very impulsive. But I can fit in 5 waves in here. I can say we have this. We retraced almost 0.5 of the move, so that could be a B or a 2. And then we can fit in 5 waves in here. I mean, it is doable. And what about this peak over here compared to that peak? How much did we retrace? 0.5 again. Could this be just a correction down in A, B, C? Either way, I think you have a bit more downside. Retracement, if you're not sure of price targets, then I would look at slightly higher time frames, 1 hour, 4 hour retracement to the 50 for rejection to continue lower. If I'm looking for longs, then I have those zones. I have 85 and 73 as zones of interest. Your entry would have been here, down here, around 85. You could wait for a second retest. You might get a bounce. It's possible. We might double bottom there. No one knows. See, after strong moves down like this candle and this candle, you had a wick, you had a small pump up, you formed a diamond pattern, which could be a reversal or continuation depending where you read it from. I mean, where you get your information from. Then you had a continuation down. Now Litecoin at the moment might have a slight move up after that spike. We might round up and continue lower if we can't hold the 50-minute time frame or 50 EMA. No reason to be bullish if you're below the 50 EMA. Essentially, you're below the mean of the last 50 price targets of the asset. Okay, that's all I have for Litecoin. If you like the update, hit the likes, subscribe to the channel, and join the free Discord. And if you really like the content, then you could support the channel through the link in the video description. More trades, I'm out.